I may be entering my gardening era a little bit sooner than anticipated. Hi guys, I am Millie with Millie's Vines, and I am doing an impromptu video because I have been informed by one of my friends that roses need to be pruned back pretty heavily in late January, early February, and it is February 3rd as I film this, and I figured I might as well tackle this process today. They're looking leggy and crazy anyway, so what's the harm? Now, before we get started, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have watched 2 to 3 videos and I'm feeling rather confident, and I just want to do a little experiment, see if it works out, and as always, get some tips and tricks from you guys who probably have done this before, perhaps, maybe, definitely more than I have, which is 0. So I've learned a couple things, we're gonna apply them, and yeah, we're just gonna start tackling this backyard because she has so much potential, but requires a lot of care and a lot of knowledge to be gained. So starting with the roses today, let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the scariest step of all. I have seen, at least in my favorite video that I found, that it's recommended that you take all of the leaves off of the bush. That seems like a very alarming process. I don't know, we're gonna do it. I mean, that's the whole point, is we're gonna listen to the information that was said. Apparently this process kicks them into gear, helps them grow more prolifically, and just encourages a lot of new growth. Also, it helps you see the build and the structure of the bush itself, so you can kind of figure out where to chop and what to leave. I literally just went back to watch the video to make sure she just yanks them off, and she does in fact yank them off. So that's what we're gonna come in and do. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I hope y'all don't come for me in the comments. I am just trying to watch well-informed videos and do what they say. This is kind of alarming. We're just gonna come in and do this all over, I suppose, and I will come back once the bush is de-leafed. That's what we'll call this process. All right, we are done with the leaf removal process. That honestly was one of the craziest pruning experiences of my life. I mean, this is rather significant. The whole time I'm just thinking, like, usually leaves are what helps a plant photosynthesize. I'm gonna have to look up the science into why rose bushes allegedly like this, but here we are. Now we're gonna get into phase 2, which to my understanding, we want to kind of open up the center of the plant. So any branches that are coming inwards, crossing, anything that has kind of like a horizontal look to it, we're gonna take out. Also, anything that is woody looking, like this for instance, this guy in the center right here, if you can see, this guy is dead. Well, yeah, I would say this is dead. Any woody stems we're going to take off. This, for example, is like a horizontal one that I'll take off. I'm probably going to take off this guy. This right here looks to be rather barky. So anything that is coming in to the plant or slightly horizontal, we're going to take, including anything that looks bark-like. I'm also going to just put some text on the screen as to why pulling off all the leaves is beneficial, because I myself am rather intrigued, because that was kind of a daunting process. It's just the opposite, really, of what you tend to do with houseplants. So I was just a little bit surprised. I forgot my gloves. I feel like I'm probably going to overthink this part, so we might start to go downhill with the educational segment of this, but we're going to start right in here. This guy is obviously crossing into this. We don't want that, so I'm going to cut this back. Anything that seems like it's not allowing the plant to open up is going to get chopped back. I'm kind of thinking this guy. Are we in agreement here? I think the whole purpose is to kind of open up the center. This could be a risk, but we're going to prune it back. Ooh, man, this is getting a little nerve-wracking. I'm wondering what else I should do here in the center. I'm not sure. I'm going to snip this guy off. I feel like the center portion in here needs a lot of work, because a lot of this looks rather woody to me. It's a little bit hard to tell. The easiest way to know for sure is to cut into it and then see if there's green. There's no green on the inside of that, so that is dead. I'm gonna chop this off. This is looking a little woody. And then I'm kind of just coming in and clearing out the center, because that kind of seems like what people are suggesting. This Maybe this one in the center. Yeah, let's see about this. I know that I still need to do more work here in the front. I'm just starting to kind of overthink my whole entire life the longer that I do this. It's kind of a challenge, and it's just like we're cutting so much off that it's a little hard for me to process. I'm gonna take that off. I guess I'll take this off because it's kind of running into the one next to it. I'm gonna cut this part back here. All right, let's work with that. The next thing we want to do is cut everything back, ideally by 1/3 of the plant. So for example, if we're working with this guy's like 3 feet tall. So ideally I want to come in and take at least a foot off of it, is my understanding. This is when it gets a little bit more specific with where you want to cut and how you want to cut. So I'm going to show you guys an example up close. Okay, now what we are going to look for is a bud. So this right here is a bud. This is where a flower would come out. This right here is the beginning of a bud. I will try to get just like a Google image of a bud closer up so you can tell. Over here you can see this is a bud right here. This is a bud right here. So my understanding is you want to come in a little bit above where a bud is at, and you want to come at a 45-degree angle when you cut. So what was instructed was that you want the bud to be on the outside of the plant. So for example, I would not choose this one. I would choose this one and I would cut above it. This is not a good example because this is woody and it needs to be taken back. So for this one in particular, there's a bud right where my thumb is, and it's facing the outside. You want the bud to be on the outside, not the inside. What I would do here is I would come in and I would cut it at a 45-degree angle. And I think you want the 45-degree angle to be like this. So basically it comes up with the bud, if that makes any sense at all. We're gonna start over here. This right here is a bud and it's on the outside of the plant. I am gonna come in and I'm gonna cut this at a 45-degree angle. So I want the highest point to match up with the bud. If I go down like this, my understanding is that like water will fall onto the bud, and that's not what we want. So we're almost using this angle to shield the bud itself. I'm going about 1/2 inch above it, and I'm cutting off about a foot because this plant or this stem is about 3 feet long. So cutting it at a 45 right above the bud, and that should be good to go. We're gonna just do a time lapse on this so y'all don't have to watch the whole entire process. I'm gonna come down and trim all of these a significant amount. Again, buds need to be facing the outside of the plant. I'm making some last minute decisions because I think the center of the plant is not necessarily open enough. I'm gonna come in and take some of these out. I don't feel super great about this just because some of these are alive, but I mean, they said you want to open up the center, so I'm gonna open up the center. And I won't lie to y'all, some of these it's like really hard to tell where a bud is versus just leaves that you stripped off because they kind of look a little bit similar. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. There's one down here. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, this is the finished result. I might not have cut it back like short enough. I'm not sure. I just feel like I've already done so much and this is my first time, so I kind of want to err on the side of caution, but hopefully for my first time, it's not bad. I will insert pictures of what these roses do look like. It's a hybrid rose bush, and I guess we will stay tuned to see if it worked. I hope this was helpful. Leave all of the tips, tricks, and comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. We are about a month later, and look at the difference that this made. I just feel like it looks so much more revitalized. Now, I probably could have cut it down a lot more than I did, but for my first time, I'm pretty happy with it. We already have a couple of blooms. It looks like there's some stuff going on, like some little white mites or something. I am not totally sure what that is. I probably need to do a treatment of some sort just to make sure she's good to go, but look at all of these little buds. I am feeling really, really good about it. I will show you guys the front bush, but I think all in all, it was a success. Here is the smaller bush in the front yard. Same thing. It just looks so revitalized, and we have some new buds coming out. They actually just look like so much cleaner and more so much cleaner and more organized. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like a much happier plant. Same thing over here. This is probably one of my favorite bushes that we have. It is beautiful. It's looking so sun stressed. It's looking really happy. I need to give this a water. I feel like same thing as in the back. I probably could have cut this down a little bit more, but I'm feeling good about it. It's looking so much more happy and just so much more full.